This next one is going to be the most controversial one on the list, but I promise when I explain the psychology and the reasoning behind why this works, it will make sense. Ready? Hey, what's up? Welcome to my new place. I moved. This is my it's the new digs right here. Okay, that's a big fat lie. I'm in San Francisco this week. I'm performing for one of my high-paying clients, which is what we're going to talk about in this video, how I attract high-paying clients for my business. So if you're new here, welcome back to the Money Beard channel. My name is Rob Anderson, and here on this channel, I teach you how you can make six figures or more with your service-based business here in this gig economy. If you're new to the channel, a lot of people are surprised when they learn that I'm a magician who earns a six-figure income from performing magic. Can't believe it. Who brags about how much money they make on their YouTube channel? Right? No, not bragging. I want to show you what's possible though. Even in an oversaturated gig economy with a service business, how is it that I'm able to charge and get 5 to 10 times the rates of the average budget-friendly competitors in my field? Especially when so many of the people who start in my industry are stuck just trying to get by working part-time doing kids shows. And I started out part-time doing kids shows, by the way, but I've been able to improve my situation. And I want to share with you a little bit about what I've done to improve that situation and to attract the high-paying type of clients that I like to work for these days. Doesn't matter if you're in the entertainment industry like I am, by the way, we're going to talk about how to find and attract clients with deep pockets who like to spend money. So let's get into that right now. Okay, so 5 things I do to attract higher paying clients. And before I get into these, let's take just a second and think about who these people are so we have a really good idea in mind as far as who we're trying to attract. We want to attract people who make much, much more than your average salary, and they don't mind spending that money on something valuable. All right, we're talking about 1%ers here. I want you to take a second. I want you to just picture what their neighborhood looks like. Think about what sort of car they drive, all right? These people are the people driving around in a Bentley, or they're being driven in a Bentley. When these people go on vacation, they're not staying in like a Marriott, okay? No, they go on vacation at the Four Seasons, and they get all the perks that go along with that. And since many of these clients hire me on behalf of their companies for corporate shows, I want you to think about what sort of jobs these people have. Think about what their office must look like at their job. I want you to visualize who we're talking about here, because these are not your average bargain basement shoppers. These are people who have money, and they're accustomed to the finer things in life, and they don't mind spending that money when they see something that they really like, that they know is worth a good amount of money. This is who we're trying to attract, and I'm not saying that this is an exhaustive list, all right? These are not the only ways that you can attract high-paying clients, but I just want to share with you what I do and tell you what works for me, in the hopes that it works for you too. First of all, at a 30,000 foot level, I create a better overall experience for my clients. And this is much more than just doing better magic tricks, all right? Although I will have to say, I have spent an extensive amount of time removing as many of the weak links from my product, in this case, my magic shows, as possible. And I firmly believe that what I put out is a better product than my competition. But you have to think for a second about why this type of client we're talking about here buys the Bentley instead of the Honda. Yes, Bentley spends much more time and more money, for that matter, to create overall a better product. But they also create a better overall experience, a more attentive, more personalized experience for their clients throughout the entire buying process, through getting the car worked on. Any step in the process of owning a Bentley and interacting with Bentley is a much more personalized, attentive, luxury experience than going down to the Honda dealership. Bentley treats their clients, by the way, I don't drive a Bentley. This is just something I do happen to know, but Bentley treats their clients the way that those clients would expect to be treated when purchasing a $400,000 car. And I applied this mindset to what I do for my clients as well. I apply this mentality to everything I do, from the initial phone conversation to quoting prices to definitely the performance, and even following up with them afterward. From start to finish, I create a better experience for my clients that is more in line with what they expect from the luxury brands that they're used to purchasing from. Next thing I always do is smash the like button. I don't just smash the like button, I drop a people's elbow on that like button. Second should be a no-brainer. I present higher-end promo material to them. I want you to take a second and think about what the business card for the salesperson at the Bentley dealership looks like. Do you think it's printed on a flimsy piece of cardboard? Do you think the address and the phone number are in two different fonts? And do you think their email address is listed as BentleyGuy69@yahoo.com? Do you? Because it's not. If you want to attract high-paying clients, you need promo materials that are more than just okay. And this goes for your business cards, your promotional photos, your videos, your website, your one sheet. Everything needs to convey to your clients when you are presenting it to them that this is a high-end service that you provide that they should expect to pay a little more for. And speaking of putting stuff out there, if you're advertising, if you're running actual ads, whether it's in a magazine or online ads, whatever, they need to look professionally done. I hire graphic designers to do all of my stuff. I don't do it myself. I don't go to Fiverr. I don't get my buddy that sort of knows Photoshop to do it. I get it professionally designed so it looks like, first of all, I have the money coming in to pay a designer, but it also just, again, looks like more of that high-end brand that they would want to spend a little bit of extra money on. Does it make sense? Your ads need to be professionally done, and for just what we're talking about in this video, they need to be targeted to affluent areas. Shoot, even if you're just advertising your services on the free bulletin board down at the local grocery store, that grocery store should be the Whole Foods in the nice part of town, not the Shop and Save where people go looking for bargains. This next one is going to be the most controversial one on the list, but I promise, when I explain the psychology and the reasoning behind why this works, it will make sense. Ready? I charge much higher prices than my competition. Like, that's the thing I do. I charge higher prices. Now remember, this is not a list of the ways to attract the most amount of clients possible. This is a list of the ways that I attract higher paying clients. I want you to think about this for a second. A lot of the clients that I perform for, who are the higher paying type, they're routinely wearing watches that cost like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or more. Now this is one way that wealthy people, especially guys, like to show off, by wearing a very expensive watch. And if someone's shopping for something like a gold Rolex, okay, they're expecting to pay just a lot of money for that because, one, they want the prestige of wearing a Rolex, but also they're expecting the best. If they're browsing watches online and suddenly they find a watch that costs $200, they're going to pass right by that because they know just based on the price, that's not what they're looking for. It might be a fine watch, it might get the job done, you know, but it's not what they're looking for, and they know that because they see that cheap price. But they know what they want, and that cheap price tells them it's not that. So the reason my prices are so much higher is to appeal to that sort of client that's used to paying a premium price to get a premium service. And like I said before, I cater to that through the experience I provide all the way through the process and the experience that they're getting. The next thing I do is display solid social proof through social media numbers and high-profile testimonials. There's something about when someone searches you on YouTube and sees that you have videos with millions of views that just elevates you to a higher status in their eyes. And like it or not, and for the record, I don't, like it or not, social media numbers really are becoming the social credit of our society these days. And I leverage this heavily when selling my services because the truth is I have been seen by millions of people doing what I do, and I've gotten major media attention from it. And if you can figure out a way to get big on social media doing the type of service that you do, or at least something loosely connected to it, you will make more money. It will attract more clients and better clients who want what you do. And I mean, that's only one of the numerous ways you can make money from getting big on social media. Another form of social proof I use are testimonials from high-profile clients. I have celebrities, CEOs, and sports stars who are all in my client roster, and some of them have said some pretty nice things about me. When other high-profile people see them saying these nice things about me, it will make those other people more likely to contract my services as well. We are more likely, just in general, to buy something that other people we trust have purchased first and can recommend. Rich people are like this as well. Rich people are more likely to buy something that other rich people have already purchased and can vouch for. Finally, when I'm performing at an event for a high-end client, I will identify and rub elbows with other high-end potential clients as well when appropriate. This doesn't mean I go run up to the person with the Rolex and shove my business card in their face, but this does mean that, when appropriate, I will seek out people that I feel might be a good fit for my services, introduce myself, let them know that the host of the event asked me to come in and greet everyone. I'll chat with them, find out a little bit about them, maybe show them a little bit of magic, and exchange business cards with them. Now, going back to the overall experience I provide and the level of promo material I pass out, if all of that has connected with that person, I now have a potential lead that I can stay in contact with that may need my services in the future. Who just happens to be wearing a Rolex. Very important. So I hope this was super helpful, especially since I filmed it after a long day of work in a hotel room in San Francisco. If it was, make sure you subscribe because I do new videos every single week teaching you the business of show business, creative entrepreneurship, and being self-employed and some personal finance. A bunch of things. I just want you to make more money. All right, just subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. This is a lot of work. I make nothing doing this, okay? Ring the bell, please. Go watch some of my other videos, and I'll see you back here in a future video very soon. Thanks for watching.